Hello, my wonderful Aries. I hope you all are doing amazing. Today, I'm going to be tapping into the energies of your love life. So, it's going to be your general love reading for the week here. So, pretty much whatever comes out for you guys. Okay, let's see. Your first card is back and forth, and this is in the category intention. It's also the card number 5 here, Aries. I feel like, this person that you're inquiring about or this situation at hand here, there's a lot of obstacles in terms of like a very back and forth energy, a fickle energy. Maybe someone failing to make a decision, someone who tells you one thing, does another. Okay, but you're wanting some sort of certainty here from this person, and it could even be back and forth, like in terms of like an on and off connection, right? Maybe you guys speak for days on end, and then the next whole week you guys don't speak, right? Or there's like something that picks up and then it kind of just stops. That's just the energy that I'm getting here. This could also be a card pertaining to a decision to make, right? Do I pick left or right, black or white, that sort of thing. Like someone could be at a crossroads at this time. And again, I'm being drawn to the number 5. There's definitely some sort of change that took place between you and your person here. And this is what is causing that back and forth energy. So a generic example, if you guys had a misunderstanding, maybe it's this energy of going back and forth as to, do I want to reach out or do I not want to reach out, right? Or do I want to work on this again? Do I want to try to fix it or do I want to give up on it? That sort of thing. A sacred temple spirit. Okay. So this is definitely a time where you could be feeling very powerless, and because it's the middle card, it could be the mutual energy. Okay, guys? So what I see here is essentially an energy of surrendering. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, when I read your first card and the second card hand in hand, it's almost like if it's not that you feel powerless, you're at a point of feeling very confused as to what are their next steps? What are my next steps? Right? Because it's like, some days you feel like things are fine and other days you feel like, wow, I don't know what to do. It's almost like these emotions that you're feeling, Aries, they're coming in waves. So I do see an energy of a surrendering, okay, to, divine or your belief system here, or just seeking answers at this time. Your first two cards are both the number 5. You guys could be seeing triple 5s, quadruple 5s here, but essentially it talks about change that is coming about. As much as 5s talk about obstacles, they also talk about change. So it's like maybe there was an obstacle that was placed here, kind of like a roadblock, in order to create, some sort of change that is much needed. Okay. For some of you, this change is going to be someone coming out of a very confused period, right? Because your first card is back and forth. So there may be some sort of obstacle that took place in order for someone to make a firm decision. Because I feel that you're very tired of waiting on a decision, or you're very tired of a connection being very on and off. Okay. True love. Wow. And the number 4. So we have 5 and then we have 4. So something could definitely be happening one after the other. So like in like sequence here, but I just feel like with true love, it's someone who has a lot of emotions for you. And it's interesting that this is in the category of energy, because this is something you guys energetically feel. There could be telepathic communication going on, but it's like, okay, so we have these emotions, but how will we come to more of a stable space with these emotions? Or if we love each other, right? Are we actually able to, attain stability together? That's the question, because number 4s talk about stability, or, building on a stable ground here. Okay, some of you may be involved with the Taurus. They were kind of picking up a similar energy here, or maybe you have Taurus in your chart. Doesn't have to be. Okay. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Wands. So, wow, the Hierophant. So Taurus energy again here, but with the 8 of Wands and the Hierophant, it's someone who wants to communicate to you, or they are communicating to you. It's like, okay, we want a commitment here, right? We have emotions for each other. But with that King of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like there's a party here who is lacking the practical effort. So maybe, again, it's going back to what I was picking up on. You guys essentially feeling that maybe, things are one-sided at this time. But Eight of Cups in reverse, not able to walk away from this connection. You know what I'm getting here, Aries? Truly, I feel like your question is like, what do you want from me, or what do you want from this connection? And I'll explain that energy. You feel this way because it's like there's love here, there's emotions here. But if you're not going to do anything to attain stability, why do you still hold on to me? Why do you still come back to me? Like the fact that it's this energy of having an on and off connection with someone, right? And you're like, why though? Like if we're not going to attain stability, why do you always feel drawn back to me? Or why do I keep communicating with this person? Like there's a lot of questions here. And it's almost like you're at that point where you're like, really, what do you want from me? You know what I mean? Like, what do you want to do with these emotions? Like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. That's just what I'm picking up on, because as much as this is someone who's failing to make a decision, or they're lacking some sort of practical effort in this bond, with the Eight of Cups in reverse, they also refuse to walk away. So it kind of leaves you in this, like, what feels like a pickle, right? Okay. Queen of Wands, a lot of attraction here. I feel like this person is highly attracted to you, and this could also speak about someone feeling like a very magnetic pull towards you. So as much as you're like, okay, what is it? Like, what do you want from this connection? This person probably doesn't even know. It's like they are just so attracted to you. Even when they're upset at you, they can't be upset at you for so long. They always end up coming back with that Eight of Wands. But then it also raises questions, because if there's one party here who's searching for commitment and there's another party who's kind of just in and out, it's not to say they don't have emotions for you, but many of you want again, a firm decision here. Four of Pentacles in reverse, Sun in reverse, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, again, Eight of Pentacles in reverse, a lack of effort, but Four of Pentacles in reverse, they don't want to let go. So for many of you, you feel very frustrated. You feel very like you obviously have emotions for this person, but the fact that things are not getting off the ground here, or the fact that, you're going in circles with this person, is what drives you nuts. Okay. Knight of Wands, and that right there is the issue, a very in and out energy. Knight of Wands hand in hand with the back and forth card. You feel like this person only communicates with you when it's convenient for them, or they only explain or give you some sort of, explanation or answers when it's convenient for them. Like it seems that this is an individual where you feel like everything has to work on their time, right? Kind of like my way or the highway. And so essentially what you want from this person is less of a fickle energy and more of like a certain, energy here. I keep getting a repetitive message of making a decision. Okay. And with the Knight of Wands here, guys, I feel like, some of you view this person to be a player, or you feel like they're so indecisive that you don't believe that they truly, love you, or they truly feel the way that they do for you, because you're like, but your actions say differently. And in this case, actions speak louder than words. Ace of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Like they want victory with you, right? But with the Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, they're still in a guarded energy. Like it's someone who's trying to offer you something. This is what's in their energy. But Seven of Wands, someone who still feels, a bit guarded or a bit closed off, right? So I feel like emotionally, this person has a hard time confessing or being open with you. The Hanged Man in reverse. So they are wanting to come out of a period of just thinking about a situation and doing something about it. So even if you're communicating with this person, again, it could just be that you guys speak sometimes, or you guys are consistent until you're not, like it just seems to be a very on and off thing here. And with the Hanged Man in reverse, of course, you guys could be dealing with the Pisces, but this is someone who is wanting to speak to you, right? It's someone who is wanting to continue this conversation, see where things go. So the pro of it is that this is someone who wants to be action-oriented here. But the con of this energy is that you may feel like your person is still not seeing things from your perspective. And I say that because the Hanged Man upright, it essentially talks about viewing things from, multiple perspectives, or seeing the bigger picture in a situation. So when you have it in reverse, it does talk about someone being more action oriented, someone not wanting to be at a standstill, but you feel like they're not seeing things for what they are, or you feel like your perspective is not being understood. Aries, some of you feel like this person is trying to speak to you, or they're trying, like you feel like their intentions are for like a selfish reason, or you feel like they are doing something for the benefit of their self. And I can see why you feel that way, because with the Knight of Wands, it's like everything this person does, they do it when they feel like doing it. So your question is it about me or is it about you? Like, is this really about us, or like what, again, what do you want from this? Right? And I'm not laughing at your situation, Aries. I'm just getting like a very repetitive message of you wondering, hey, like, what are we doing here? And I think it's coming from a space of just feeling very emotionally exhausted. You know what I mean, Aries? Okay, Queen of Wands, Ace of Cups. Like, look at this, guys. Ace of Cups in reverse, upset about a failed love offer, but 10 of Cups in the middle with the wheel, wanting a fortunate turn of events here. Some of you may be involved with the fixed sign, so Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, or Scorpio. But with the 10 of Cups, it's someone who desires a commitment. It just seems that this is someone who is failing to look at the bigger picture. And again, guys, the Knight of Wands could sometimes be someone who's very just like in a present energy, which is great, right? Because obviously thinking about the future too much or the past too much is not good, but it's almost like you want this person to also think about the future a little bit, because it's like, excuse me, the fact that they only think about the current, right? The present, you feel like it's making you view them as someone who's only temporarily stable. Like, generic example, if this person is only speaking to you right now and they only speak about what you guys are going to do tomorrow and not about where this commitment is going to go, again, you feel like there's a lack of stability there, because why are you not speaking about the long term of this connection, right? Like, something about this person or their energy, you feel like it doesn't make you feel secure, that they are secure in their decision, that they are, firm in their stance here, essentially. Queen of Wands. Yeah, very trapped in their mind here. And they think about you a lot. They feel very mentally stuck on you. You know, a lot of passion here, a lot of attraction, and then a lot of love, just wanting to be with you. But with that Eight of Swords, it's someone who kind of just sits with their thoughts a lot. They may feel like no one around them understands what they're going through, or it's someone who just chooses not to speak about their issues, right? Maybe this is someone where when they're upset, they don't like to publicize their emotions, or they don't like to be open about it. How you would know who this is, every time they're upset, they just kind of like fall off the face of the earth. They don't tell you what's wrong. They assume you would just know what's wrong, or they tend to like close off communication in a sense. Like, it's almost like I'll give you a generic example. Like, if you're speaking to this person, right, guys? And then like, you'll see that something's wrong with their mood. Like, when you can just sense that someone's, maybe having a bad day, or they're thinking about something. And then when you ask them what's wrong, they'll be like, oh, nothing, like everything's fine. And then you're like, you don't want to bother them, because you're like, okay, well, I mean, if you want to openly tell me what's wrong, you can. But if not, I'm not going to sit here and like beg you to do so, right? But then something's wrong, and you also know that this is someone who just never tells you what's wrong. It's like, oh no, I'm fine. They have a very strong armor, is what I sense about the individual you're involved with. Knight of Wands. Two of Pentacles. Some of you feel like this person has a decision to make between you and another person, or you and another situation. Bottom of the deck, Two of Wands, Seven of Swords. Aries, I feel that you feel that something is being done behind your back. Like, this person is being very sneaky. They're being dishonest with you, because here's how you see it. You're like, okay, if you're juggling, right, or you're failing to make a decision, there is obviously something going on that you're not telling me about. And it doesn't help that you don't open up to me at all, or you don't open up to me about your emotions at all. Because as much as this person could be closed off because, that's just how they are, right, guys, it could also result in you feeling, or it results in leaving room for suspicion. Because as much as they may feel like, oh, I'm not communicating because I just don't communicate my emotions, or, you know, whatever the reasoning is behind it, for you, it's like, okay, but when you don't communicate, it leaves me wondering. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Two of Wands. Yeah. Some of you feel like this person is like keeping something under wraps behind your back here. And with the Two of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, it could be a difficult energy to cope with, especially if you feel like you clearly know what you want from a situation. Because for some of you, you feel like this person is toying with your emotions, Aries. What's the Two of Pentacles? Nine of Cups. They know that you make them emotionally fulfilled. You make them so happy. But, you know, when you have the Eight of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and Nine of Cups, it's like what I see here is someone who has emotions for you, right? They feel like they have a great time when they're around you. You understand them. But it's someone who has a very hard time expressing this to you. With the Two of Pentacles, it may even be a case of mind games. Like downplaying their emotions for you, or kind of like doing small things to check if you still care, like in quotation marks. You know what I mean? Like, it's like this energy of, like, the best way for me to explain it is someone who is playing some sort of mind games, guys, is what I'm picking up on, because Knight of Wands, in and out, Two of Pentacles, another energy of in and out, but behind it all is Nine of Cups. So it's like, if you emotionally fulfill them, but they're still in an indecisive energy, because I clarified those two cards to see what's causing the confusion. But as far as the Nine of Cups goes, there's really no confusion in that card. That just talks about someone really desiring you, something that makes you very happy, you know? What are they trapped in their mind about then? Eight of Swords. Look at this as I see that. Bottom of the deck, Nine of Swords. Another card about, like, mental entrapment, or like thinking about a situation and being very worried about this connection is what I see. Eight of Swords. The Devil. Wow. Some of you may be involved with a Capricorn, but I said wow because it's a very addictive thinking pattern. And I was right when I said this person feels very attached to you. For some of you, like, yes, there's obsessive thinking going on, but this person could be very afraid of addressing their emotions because they feel like the emotions are too deep, or they are afraid of explaining their thoughts to you because they feel like they think about you too much. Like, there's something about like a thinking pattern or an emotion that's very, like, out of balance here. This could also be something they're battling with, right? Because the Devil could speak about addictions. Doesn't necessarily have to be substance abuse, but it could just be, like I said, a thinking pattern. And for many of you, I think it is a thinking pattern, because we see the Eight of Swords and we just view the Nine of Swords as well. A strong attachment to you is what I see, and also a desire to let go of something that no longer serves them. That's what they're up in their head about. And it doesn't always have to be another person, guys. Again, it could be a behavioral trait. It could just be alone the fact that this person's non-committal or indecisive, and they feel like, but Aries makes me happy. But in order to be with Aries, I need to leave my old lifestyle behind. Which for some of you may be that this person likes to play the field. The Hanged Man. Page of Cups in reverse. You guys could be involved with a very wounded individual. Like, they could have had, like, very, like, hurtful past experiences, and they're just automatically assuming that this is how this bond with you will end, or like you're going to hurt them as well. Or it's someone who's in a mentality of hurt, or a mentality of lack, I should say. Because with the Page of Cups in reverse, guys, it's like someone who's emotionally immature, but because I'm seeing that your person's stressed out about it, it's almost like they know that they're projecting, or this is an individual that feels like everyone is going to hurt them, or like, and this usually happens when you're not healed from, your past hurt, or you just assume that if you're hurt by one person, that's how everyone else is going to treat you. Right? And I feel like this person is in this energy of playing mind games with you because they essentially feel like this is going to, like, be something that is going to come to an end. And again, it doesn't make it true, guys. It's just what's in their mind. Because Eight of Swords, it talks about like a mental energy, like a worrisome energy. And usually it's not the truth, but it's like if you tell yourself something enough, you may believe it, right? So it's more about taking control of the mind here. Page of Cups in reverse. Wow, King of Cups. They're trying to become more emotionally mature here, Aries, is what I see. Someone who's trying to become more comfortable with expressing their emotions because they know they're very attached to you. They know that they think about you a lot. And with the Nine of Cups, more importantly, they just feel like you make them happy. Like for some reason, guys, I feel like when your person thinks about you, like you seem too good to be true. And like, you know, most likely future outcome, the Hanged Man in reverse. I do see that you could be communicating with this person as you're watching my read, or they're going to be reaching out to you. But with that Page of Cups in reverse, they're trying to let go of an immature tendency here. Page of Cups, the Devil. King of Cups is a closing card. Someone who knows that you make them happy and they want to communicate this to you. They could also be like working on their confidence too. Like they could be like building up their confidence and they want to come out of like a very unpredictable energy. Like this is definitely someone who doesn't wear their emotions on their sleeve, but that's because they have a lot of emotions. Some of you may be involved with the water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So what holds them back right now is the fact that they don't know if the feelings are mutual here. If you're upset about the situation, so is this person. If you're frustrated, so is this person. So if you're frustrated, they're not making a decision. They're frustrated that they're attached to something and they're not making a decision because of that. And I say that because the Two of Cups, it talks about mutual energy, like you guys feeling the same way. And because it's in reverse, it's almost like you guys, like, look at this image. You guys have love for each other, right? But it's like, okay, there's a lot of questioning. It's like you guys are still paying attention here. There's still this person looking back at you, but with that King of Cups, there's something they need to let go of. Why is the Two of Cups in reverse? The Hermit in reverse, another card if wanting to come out of the dark. Five of Cups. Okay, so the Two of Cups is in reverse because this person is very focused on the past here, what they were not able to attain. The Five of Cups is like heavy emphasis on focusing on what did not work. And this could, again, be the very thing that's holding them back. But I just see someone who is letting go of an energy of like being very emotionally immature or trying to be more comfortable when it comes to their emotions. I'm just getting someone who's working on confidence when it comes to like the emotional department here. Yeah, Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck because they want reconciliation with you, Aries, is essentially what I see. Like ultimately that's the goal, but the blockage here is focusing on the past. The blockage here is, you know, holding on to a way of thinking or being that is no longer serving them. For some of you, like this person's going through like growth pains, like meeting you, like you could have been a catalyst for their growth also. Like the way, you know, you came out in your first card, Queen of Wands, you know, very confident, very attractive, you know what you want, you know, you're very expressive. You know, many of you can have like a very type A personality. You're a leader, right, Aries? You're a cardinal sign. But you could be teaching this person, whether you're aware of this or not, to be more confident, right? To be more expressive. Like, you've really changed this person's outlook and you've really made them dig deep with that Hermit to do some shadow work, to realize, hey, what is my issue? Like, why am I, like, if I keep acting like this, I'm going to sabotage this connection. So in the future outcome, I see a lot of like internal work going on, like shadow work. Okay. So my wonderful Aries, that is what I'm getting for you this week. I really do hope you were able to find a message that resonated with you here today. And thank you so much for your time.